Yeah, right now.
For sure.
I mean, you could, right?
Definitely.
You could kill me with just...
Easy.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you kill me out of interest?
Just one punch.
Really?
Yeah. Because, let me tell you why. Because you don't used to getting here, so...
You've no idea about my fight record.
Oh, well, I don't know, but...
I grew up with two brothers. Trust me.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 60.
You're going to sleep. He said I'm sick. So,
what do you think he's better at than you?
I don't know.
In terms of skill?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You've watched all his fights.
I don't know.
You do. You've got a whole list.
My thing is this.
What is it? Is
anything?
The stuff that you and your team, you've watched every fight he's done. I know you have.
Canelo.
You're obviously a student.
Canelo is a great fighter.
Yeah.
And we all have agreed on that, but
can you accept he's better than you at anything or not?
No, I cannot.
Any doubt in your mind you're going to beat him?
No, I don't have doubt about it.
So you're both 100, really?
Yeah, of course. What do you want me to say?
No, I'm
where I am now.
And what would it mean to beat Canelo Alvarez, one of the all-time greats of the sport?
Everything is...
Biggest night of your life?
Everything is riding on this one moment.
This is it for you?
This is it.
This is what you've been waiting for?
That's
Planning.
It. That's it.
Plotting. Looking at pictures of him on your wall.
Nah, I can't say that because Canelo wasn't the guy that I was plotting on. It was Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. So.
And now it's him.
That's right.
From street battles to world titles, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford sat across from Piers Morgan for a rare, quiet pre-fight interview. No shouting, no drama, just two winners evaluating each other with mutual respect. Honestly, for a fight of this importance, the energy was surprisingly low-key, which added to the drama.
You're not going to feel apprehensive when you get in that ring against him?
Fear? No.
I will for you, and I'm not even you.
That's cool. As a fighter, you know, we get nervous, but we never get, well, I can't speak for everybody else. I never get scared because I've been doing it for so long. I've been in the ring with guys who pitting me.
Could you kill me with your bare hand?
I could. I'll choke you
look
out.
how quickly you both went, yeah.
Wow. True.
I wouldn't even punch
you both went, yeah. like you want to right now.
You want me to lie you?
2. From the start, both Canelo and Crawford made it plain that this was no ordinary interview. It was a big event. Crawford was calm and relaxed, even smiling as he spoke about how important this moment was. He called the fight as historic, and stated that it felt wonderful to be face-to-face with Canelo. You could tell he wasn't just making it up, he actually believed it. On the other hand, Canelo kept his normal calm and serene confidence. He agreed with Crawford, saying it has always been his desire to fight the greatest in the world, no matter the risk. For him, this fight isn't about showing something new. It's about continuing a road he's been on for years, and confronting Crawford is simply the next big step.
I feel great, you know, to be sitting next to another great, you know, and we both preparing to go make history. So I feel great to be in this position right now.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel glad to share that ring with one of the best fighters out there in the last past years. So I always try to do that. You know, in my career, I accomplish everything. I try to fight the best out there, and this is not an exception. So I'm glad to be in this kind of fights.
3. Piers wasted no time in asking the obvious question, is it strange to be so polite to someone you'll soon try to knock out? Canelo was the first to comment, stating that when you truly understand how dangerous someone is, trash talk is unnecessary. Crawford nodded in agreement with him. Respect lasts until the bell rings, after which it is merely habit. It was obvious that none of them felt the need to engage in mind games.
When you know what kind of fighter you are, you know what kind of fighter you're gonna face, you don't need to talk shit about each other. You know, when I step in the ring and I'm pretty sure when he stepped in the ring, we're gonna give it all there for the fans. I'm not that guy to like to talk shit about the other or the opponents. We know we are good fighters. We're gonna give everything in the ring to put a good fight and And sometimes people talk shit a lot, and when they stay in the ring, they do nothing. So we don't, in my opinion.
4. That kind of mutual regard is unusual in boxing, especially at this level when egos are typically high. But in this case, the mutual adoration did not feel staged. Rather, it set the tone for what this contest is actually about. Legacy, not nose.
I know it's a mutual respect between me and Canelo. He ain't never disrespect me, so therefore there was no need for me to disrespect him. Come fight time, we definitely gonna try to take each other's heads off, and the closer the fight goes, we both gonna be eager to, show who's the more dominant.
When asked about the possibility of losing, Crawford did not even flinch. He said losing does not exist in his thinking, it is simply not a choice for him. Beating someone like Canelo would land him on boxing's Mount Rushmore. That wasn't a brag, it was him making a claim to greatness. Canelo's reaction was more measured. Legacy is about always giving everything you've got. He acknowledged Crawford's talent, but mentioned his own expertise and training as an advantage.
What does it do to your two legacies? What does it do to yours if you lose? Your unbeaten record goes.
Definitely my unbeaten record goes, and I can't imagine thinking about getting beat. That's not something that I think about.
We've never had it as a professional fighter.
Yeah, but I never like to think about losing. It comes to each and every one of our minds as a fighter. What if? But that's why we train so hard, so that if can deteriorate, in camp. But, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I think I would be one of the greatest fighters ever.
No question.
I never think about lose. Like, always prepare yourself to win, no matter how, no matter what. So I always thinking in my win. I know I have 2 losses, but I give it all there. So, and I'm always focused, always training 100% in what I have in front. And I know I have a very complicated fighter there, but I fought everybody already, every style, and I'm gonna put my everything there, all my talent, my experience, and the best man is...
6. When both discussed the dangers of their job, the talk became more serious. Crawford stated that fighters risk everything every time they step through the ropes. Unlike most sports, a bad night in boxing can change your life forever. He reiterated that he wants to retire on his own terms, with his health intact.
I always said I was going to retire from boxing. I wasn't going to let boxing retire me. But this is a sport that we in. We in the hurt business. We know what to expect. We know what's at risk. We know the things that can happen. That's why you got to set yourself up for if and when something like that was to ever happen, you got to be secure all around the board.
7. Then came the talk of dread. Crawford gave a clear answer. He claimed he is not scared. He's been in tough circumstances earlier, including bare-knuckle street battles with no regulations or gloves. He's fought larger fighters than Canelo, and those experiences have helped him stay calm under pressure. He said that while being nervous is normal since it keeps you awake and focused, fear is different. Fear can slow you down and cause you to pause, which can be harmful in a fight. Crawford made it clear that there is no room for fear. Once you enter the ring, you must believe in yourself and everything you've trained for.
Against him?
Fear? No.
I will for you, and I'm not even you.
That's cool. As a fighter, we get nervous, but we never get, I can't speak for everybody else. I never get scared because I've been doing it for so long. I've been in the ring with guys bigger than Canelo. I done fought guys in the streets with bare knuckles that's bigger than Canelo. So as a fighter with the skills that I pose, that with the fighters that I've been in the ring with, the fear is, I fear for what I'm.
You haven't fought professionally against somebody as big as you?
Not at all. Not at all.
And it doesn't unnerve you at all?
Not at all.
Weight. As expected, weight came up in the talk. Crawford is moving up to weight classes, and detractors have questioned whether it will cost him, but he looks unconcerned. He told everyone that Canelo has often been the smaller boxer during his career. He lauded Canelo's smooth defense and quick counters, but stayed unconcerned, saying, "Size will not determine the outcome. Time and execution will."
I think, Canelo is very skillful. I think they just basing their opinion off of his size. And me personally, I'm not going in this fight looking at his size. He's a tremendous boxer. He's a tremendous counterpuncher. He got good defense, We watched Canelo a lot for a long time, and the reason why he's at the top of the sport is not because of his size. Canelo's always been a smaller fighter going into the ring if you watch his career. He's never been a bigger fighter. Only in a couple of fights with like Amir Khan and Charlo and them like that, but...
Pierce tried to obtain a deeper view by asking Crawford to mention something Canelo does better than him. Crawford refused to answer. He claimed they hadn't fought yet, so why speculate? It was a time when he demonstrated his laser focus, no assumptions, and no overhyping. Canelo did not take offense. In fact, he liked it. He mentioned that this level of confidence made him look forward to the fight even more.
What do you think he's better at than you?
I don't know.
In terms of skill?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You've watched all his fights.
I don't know.
You do. You've got a whole list.
My thing is this.
What is it?
Anything...
The stuff that you and your team, you've watched every fight he's done. I know you have.
Canelo is a great fighter.
Yeah.
And we all have agreed on that, but
can you accept he's better than you at anything or not?
No, I cannot. I cannot say that another man is better than me in anything.
Because it's weak to do that.
No, because he ain't proven it yet. I can't say if his jab is better than mine because I haven't been in the ring with him. I can't say if a person's right hand is better than mine because everything that I do.
10. To be fair, Canelo was just as honest. He agreed that Crawford may have tools that he does not, but he quickly added that those tools do not always matter. People think they understand him until they are confronted with his rhythm, power, and timing. Both competitors appear to be truly persuaded that they are the greatest, which is what gives this fight such legitimacy.
Man, he's never lost a professional fight. And he's coming up in weights, but he's exuding chilling confidence. Even for you, to hear him talk like that, does that concern you?
No,
he has no fear?
No, I like that because that's when you realize it's gonna be a good fight. I like that. I like to hear that because it's when you realize it's gonna be a great fight, and I love it. I enjoy it.
What do you think you're better at than him?
He is a very skillful fighter. He have maybe a lot of things better than me, but fighters judge me behind or out of the ring, but when they into the ring with me, they find out it's different. So
what is different?
Because I have a lot of talent, a lot of things they don't know till they in the ring with me.
When it comes to mental preparation, the difference was clear. Crawford stated he gradually creates tension with his opponent as fight night approaches, not hatred, but enough edge to help him practice with intensity. Canelo mentioned that for him, everything is different. Once he enters the ring, instinct takes over and everything becomes automatic.
I think I already have that. That's why I'm a fighter, because my instinct is there. So
to hate your opponent?
No, being in the ring, when I'm stepping in the ring, all the things go out and you need to change your mind.
I'm talking about the weeks before the fight.
No,
when we get to like August and you're a few weeks away, do you have to switch into a more aggressive mindset against your opponent? Do you have to end up hating that person so much?
I won't say hate, dislike.
Dislike, yeah.
We about to go in the ring and try to knock each other heads off. So, and in that moment, you know, I'm gearing up to not liking him, but respect is all, you know. But come ring walk, all that goes out the window because my mind is going to be focused and clear. You got two alpha males over here that know what they capable.
12. The knockout talk was one of the interview's most technical and informative moments. Crawford stated that massive punches never cause the damage. It's the shots you don't expect. Canelo repeated it, saying, the most dangerous punches are those thrown with no effort, no wind-up, just pure timing. It was a moment that showed the high quality of chess both players were playing. When you try to hit so hard you never find out that the guy like sometimes you throw a punch without thinking and go yasso you and you feel nothing, you feel like it's not really like a hitting hard like a what the peers asked Crawford. If long arms are a big benefit in a fight like this, Crawford said it can be helpful sometimes, especially when trying to keep your opponent at a distance, but he also pointed out it could work against you too.
You got longer arms. Is that a big advantage for someone to keep him away from him?
It could be in some cases, but in some cases it could be, you know, a disadvantage. You know, Canelo's real good at slipping inside shots, you know, and mid-range, that could be his advantage. So I never think about just because I got long arms, that can be my advantage. Yes, advantage on the outside, but then if the fight goes to the inside, it's what you do with your long arms. How short can you throw your shots? So I'm well-rounded.
Weight was brought up again. Crawford stated that he wanders around at 155 pounds, which is comfortable for him. He is not trying to bulk up. Canelo, with his usual cool assurance, stated that weight is secondary. Power comes from timing and accuracy. He thinks that a fighter's greatest danger stems from how they throw their strikes rather than their size. Later in the interview, they were asked who they thought would win. Crawford stated that he was 70% sure, but soon added, "I only need that 1%. That single line summed him up perfectly. Crawford isn't interested in hype or guarantees. He simply believes in his ability to prove people wrong even when the chances aren't great." Then came the legacy problem. Crawford admitted that chasing Canelo wasn't always his goal. He was more interested in Pacquiao and Spence, but Canelo is now the final mountain to climb, the biggest name left to conquer. For Canelo, it's not about pursuing, it's about protecting what he has. Crawford is the hunter, Canelo is the target, and they both know this fight will go down in history. So here we are, two of boxing's most disciplined, decorated, and deadly winners. One fight, one ring, one instant may change everything. The bad talk is minimal, but the stakes are really high. Please share your predictions in the comments area below. Does Canelo's experience keep him on top, or is Crawford set to rock up the boxing world once more?